Beautiful night, beautiful light. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And we're back to deliver this latest timeless collective channeled message from the Tarot and the Shadow series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. Our first card out is a Lantern Fairy, a clear solution. Card number 24, High Priestess and Emperor energy. When you know, and you know exactly what to do and which way to go. But it is all pertaining to lover's energy, that a very important decision that must be made. Okay. This sweet fairy is showing your way through a barrier you have reached in your life. This may be any area in your life, but it does feel that you have come up against a very solid obstacle. This gentle fairy with her bright lantern can take you to a place in this wall that has already come down, so you can move through this obstacle without force or fear. Your only requirement is to trust this fairy and then to take down several bricks after you've moved through, so the wall between this world and the next, your love and your life, becomes slowly less and less solid. The wall is coming down. This is the fairy's role, to help you move beyond the wall. Trust her, she will guide you. Sometimes people say you should be cautious about where information is coming from, and that indeed is true. I am simply holding up the lantern I carry and gently letting you see the likely outcome of the decisions you are making, and offering a clear solution to the problem at hand. Something has come to an end, a true end, and you have, as they say, hit the wall. You could try digging under it or climbing over it, or you can try taking down the wall brick by brick. But if you follow me, I can show you a place where the wall has already come down and where you can move through this obstacle without pain. Don't think this is cheating. There have been others who have come this way, and while you can tread the path the way you wish, I can help you make the breakthrough, find the passageway you are looking for. My guidance is safe, clear, and gentle. I am not here to send you in a false direction. I'm here to clear the way and light the path. It's up to you whether you make it harder than it needs to be. I'll show you the way. Trust me. A way through a life challenge will present itself. Stubborn thinking can be changed. Old patterns are being removed little by little, but will need trust. Old shielding against certain energies need to be replaced and reworked, as it is no longer in line with what you wish for, and in fact may be proving to be a barrier which is keeping you isolated instead of protected. Trust where the light leads you. Go where you can feel true love, kindness, and freedom. Avoid all that comes from anger, hatred, judgment, blame, and ridicule. All right. I need some notes because I saw some positions for us to create a spread in this energy. So, interesting, because the last note I wrote on my notepad is focus on solutions. And that's exactly what we're talking about, a clear solution. So that's perfect. Okay. So the new information will be one position. New information. Okay. And then the wall. What is the wall? Okay. And then there's a opening in the wall. So let's talk about the opening in the wall. And they have me write down the word barrier. and obstacle. So the wall is the barrier, the obstacle. And then let's see the fairies guidance. And then let's see what's helpful. And let's see what's outdated. Okay. So those are the positions that I got for this spread. Interesting. I don't always get a new spread while I'm reading, but today I did. So that's our spread. All right. So the wall is there. There is clearly an obstacle, but there's already an opening in it. So that's freaking cool. Like, at least there's an opening in it. At least it's not like you have to go through like the first one to cut the path in the jungle. It's not like that. There's already an open path. So there's like this lack of awareness of where the open path is or what that is, but it's going to be shown to us here tonight. So let's see. I'm going to put my notebook here for reference. Let's find out what the frequency is going on here. WTF deck in my hand. Let's get some shuffles on that. With the lantern fairy. So the lantern fairy is holding up the light for us to see a way through some sort of wall, barrier, or obstacle that we have encountered in life. Something that felt so solid and unmovable that it makes a person just want to stop. Okay. And then I'm also getting, the solution is not on the same frequency or vibration as the problem. So to find the solution, you want to get into the frequency and vibration of solutions, which feels like satisfaction. It feels like completion. It feels like advancement. It feels like success. So anything that lends your vibe, your feelings, and your thoughts to feeling that way is on point for you. But let's see what the frequency is going on here. This is going to show us something about that wall, that barrier, that obstacle. Okay. Interesting, because the drag back to the dark side card flipped over, but it stayed in the deck, which is telling me you will not be dragged back to the dark side. That's not in your cards. Okay, that's not coming out. It's for money. So this is talking about financial blockages. This is talking about financial difficulties that are being had. So I have the cue cards out and the Wild Unknown Tarot. So I feel like I have 6 positions in this spread, so I feel like laying one for each of these positions with each of these decks and just see what Spirit will reveal for us with this Lantern Fairy that wants to guide us to a smoother transition, to overcome, to move past, barrier, obstacles in regards to money situations. So let's see, what do we have here? I am hearing too that your self-talk is very important. When you have the money thought, your first thought, is it I can or I can't? Is it I have or I don't have? Is it not enough, or is it it's good, I have it, type of a thing? So there's something here about your own personal thoughts about money. And they saying, remember that money is simply an energy that has been focused upon long enough that it's solidified into material form, as all things are. Okay. So you can call upon the energy. I heard one of the big problems that they said it, you humans have, one of the big problems that you humans have is you're always trying to look at someone else's money and see how to get that in your hand, in your bank account, in your wallet, in your purse. They're saying, instead, why don't you draw from the infinite ethers of the universe? Draw that energy in through your practice of meditation, visualization, and affirmation. Okay, draw from the infinite energies of the universe to solidify into more material funds for you. Okay, funds, Funds and FUNS. They're saying, yeah, because solutions feel a lot like fun. Solutions feel like joy and satisfaction. Okay, and money vibrates there. Money does vibrate there. especially since the vibration of money has been raised to match your vibration even more these days. Okay, so let's get into this spread that we devised and see what spirit will reveal for us. So we have new information coming through. I want to actually take them from the palm for the first card, and then we'll go through the deck. So power is the new information. And that power is coming out with what? From the tarot, the power is coming out with the Ace of Cups. Interesting. The Ace of Cups did fly down with the Six of Wands, which is transformation energy. And in my hand, the Emperor stayed with the Death card. Okay. So for some of you, this is like also letting go. Oh, I don't like the way that is now. I heard put 3 more shuffles on the deck then. So with the death of the Emperor, this could be with a father leaving your life in whatever form or fashion, or a husband leaving your life in whatever form or fashion. It also talks about the dominant conscious thoughts changing. Dominant conscious thoughts are changing. Okay. So this Ace of Cups and the Power card is exactly the way I was feeling the energy when I spoke of visualizing the ethers forming and drawing from the ethers to create the solidification of the energy into money and financial form in your life. Okay, so this is the new information that you can do this through meditation. And just like the cup is at the top, not at the base, we're going to bring it from above down to below. So you see, they show me the energy. It's interesting because I literally just had this experience. So I love that this came out because it feels as much applicable to me as I'm sure some of you are feeling too. New information. So for a long time, when I would visualize creating in this world, I visualized the energy going up from my feet out through my head. And then I was shown, I want to say last year, like, yeah, but to bring it down from above, focus on the energy of all infinity coming through, very wide, coming through, down through the crown, solidifying, going through your entire energy field, out through your feet into the physical reality. That's the energy of the flow in this situation. That's where power is at. You have power. While you sit and have your coffee, can you visualize the flow of the energy of infinite ether, which is swirling about, looking for form, looking for where to create form, looking for form that is focused upon it. In other words, it's looking for, it's like they just showing me ether having its own consciousness. And the consciousness of ether is, where am I being called and what am I being called to create? Because it's like we're constantly creating from ethers all the time. We just aren't always aware of it. In this, it will be very deliberate and very aware that as we focus on the infinite ethers, we draw them down with the purpose of creating the affluence, the abundance, the prosperity, the success, the wealth in our physical and financial experience. Okay, so in our second position, we had the wall, the barrier, the obstacle. Let's see what that is. And we have seek a higher power and the 9 of Wands. Interesting, because the secret higher power has a ladder that goes up into a black hole. It's like, I don't know. So there's one of the obstacles is, I don't know what it's like to be successful. I don't know what it's like to be financially prosperous. I don't know what it's like to be abundant. I don't know. That's the energy that I'm seeing there. Okay. And there's also the energy here in this wall and barriers. The idea is that you have to be so spiritual, and spirituality and money don't mix. Wherever you got that idea, that is such a falsehood. I was just having a conversation with a new nail client a couple of days ago because she comes from a Christian background. And however we got into it, I can't specifically recall, but it was like people think that Jesus was poor, but Jesus was not poor. If Jesus were poor, why would he need a personal treasurer? Like, he had a money man. He had money. So some of us carry that idea from traditional religious beliefs that we were raised with, okay, that you can't have. Some people have the idea that you have to choose to be godly or wealthy, but you can't have both. When in reality, like, if financial wealth is energy and you're a godly person, well, of course, then it only makes sense to use that energy to create more from the godly perspective, from the divine perspective, from the love perspective, whichever word you want to use. Somebody who's really offended when I say God every time. You're gonna get through it. You'll be fine. But it's like you have it's almost like a duty, a responsibility to generate as much wealth as possible so that you can utilize it for those things that you deem worthy, for those projects, for those experiences in the lives of the people that you're able to use it for. Okay. And then with the 9 of wands is like overwhelmed. Okay. So part of the obstacle and barrier, honestly, is like asking God for the money, which is interesting because from the all is one perspective, like you are God, you don't have to ask yourself for the money. All you have to do is allow yourself to receive it. Okay. There's that energy here. Let's keep going, pull the positions and see what else we have. The opening in the wall. What is the opening in the wall? Is lucky and the 5 of wands. Interesting. So the opening in the wall is you got luck on your side. You got luck on your side, and the 5 of wands is like play the game, get in the game of life, be a contender, be a competitor. You got luck on your side. Okay. The next position we wrote was the fairies guidance. What's the fairies guidance? Mend a relationship and the mother of wands. Ooh, queen of wands. Okay, mend a relationship with the mother of wands energy. You have to mend your relationship with money. As long as you have the idea in your head that money is a negative thing, or that it's out to get you, or that it's only used a tool of the devil. I just heard somebody say that, a tool of the devil. If you feel like it's a tool of the devil, you're literally telling yourself like, I don't want money. That would be evil for me to have it. So that's important. The fairies guidance is mend a relationship. Mend a relationship for that which you're passionate about. Okay. It's like if you do what you're passionate about, then it's interesting the way the money will pursue you, because that vibration of passion feels like joy, it feels like satisfaction, it feels like alignment. Okay, let's see what's helpful in this. We have the next position we wrote was helpful. Yeah, and the 3 of pentacles. Oh, interesting. So yeah usually comes through as a very nonchalant, detached type of vibe. Today it's coming through like say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. Okay, 3 of pentacles. Opportunity to cooperate. You have an opportunity to cooperate. Probably 3. Say yes to all 3. It's like the more you say no, 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 and I'm not saying say yes to something you want to say no to, but there's some things here that you could cooperate with, some energies you could cooperate with that you want to say yes to, but you're nervous. But that's where your luck is. The opening in the wall is lucky, and it's gonna trigger your nerves. 5 of wands, making you nervous. I don't know. This is a little bit scary. It's competition. It's like getting in the ring and sparring. Yes, somebody could get hurt, but you know what? That's how you train. Okay, and so there's energy here of practicing cooperation. You might even say yes to some things that you're not sure if you want to say yes to, just for the experience, just to be in cooperative energies. The fairies guidance and what's helpful right now with amending the relationship and saying yes. So some of you are going to have an experience, and just very plain as day as the words are on the cards, where something or someone in your life is going to be ready to mend a relationship with you, and it behooves you at this point to say yes. Does that mean that the relationship is going to be what it was before? No, it does not. Does that mean that you're going to perform or be how you were with that one before? No, it does not. But it's okay to bring peace to that relationship. I just started getting a ringing in my right ear. Not sure what that's about, but somebody needed to hear that. And it just, as soon as it came in, it went away. So there's the energy here of when it's something that you don't want, but it keeps persisting, it coming at you, coming at you. It's like acceptance is what just changes it all. With acceptance, you can release. I heard catch and release, catch and release, catch and release. Okay, so in this experience with this 5 of wands, it just really looks like part of what the money has to do with is catch and release. So this is like having different interactions with different ones, and then but not attaching like you got to stay here forever type of vibes to it. Okay, or not getting into expectations and stuff like that, just allowing it to be what it is. And then because they're showing me again with catch and release fishing, catch and release usually happens because it's not the fish that they want. Maybe the fish is not old enough, not mature enough. A lot of the more skilled fishermen, anglers, they will only keep fish that are according to the prize, because they do a lot of competing in a competition. It's only certain types of fish, so they're not going to take all the fish. They don't take the winning fish. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but there's also even your everyday fisherman. You catch a fish that's too small, you throw it back to the pond, let it grow, wait for a bigger one to come in, type of a vibes. And so that's that energy here. Okay, so catch and release, something important with catch and release. Oh, with money, you got to catch it and release it. 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 Can you? Yes, 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 I can. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. Okay. And notice how that's true. I heard, and notice how that's true. All right. Interesting. Let me see. The final position we named for this spread was outdated, and it says cha 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 and the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles in this deck is a spider in the center of its web. This is doing the karmic dance. Okay. So there's this energy here where I see like you have said no to some things because you thank you. Part of the vibrational shift that wants to happen in you right now in order to overcome the challenges of money is this. If you have a belief that money itself is evil, that's going to be a problem. If you say that's dirty money, I don't want it, that's going to be a problem, because you are here deciding and declaring that you're not in alignment with money. When in reality, money is a lot like tofu is in the kitchen. One of the things about tofu is it don't have really a lot of flavor. So any seasonings, any flavor you put on it, it's going to absorb it. It's going to take the flavor of whatever you put on it. And so likewise, money is an energy that doesn't necessarily have its own flavor, and unless you give it one. And they're saying, and you've always been giving it one, you've always been giving it a flavor. And they're showing me, if you grew up with drug dealers in your family, you would have attached the idea of money to drugs and illegal behaviors. If you grew up with the idea of prostitution around you, you would have attached money to sex and doing things you don't want to do. And I'm hearing disrespect. I heard disrespect itself, not to. And if we have any sex workers in the house, and you know me, then you know that that's not my opinion. But that about the industry. The industry is what it is, and as long as you're in alignment with what you're getting, you get it, girl, because that's the way it works. However, in this situation, they're saying somebody here has attached low vibrational energies to money. So it's like, what are your earliest memories of money? And did it feel positive or negative? And where it felt negative, what was the negative attachments there? Because that is somehow working energy against you. It's you working against yourself getting the money. That's why you have the blockages. Just like in my own experience, one of my youngest memories was my father using it to buy drugs, and my mother working so hard, and my father not working so hard, and my father taking my mother's money. And so with that as a foundation, like, I just had a whole epiphany here while I'm reading for you about, well, dang, no wonder money was always so hard to come by. And it's definitely, I've done a lot of work in it, but I'm like excited about how this realization, the catch and release of it, it's like finally I got the idea of where this comes. Well, in reality, that was the seasonings they put on it. That was the seasonings that they put on it. Do I have to make my tofu the same way? No, I don't. Do I have to get my money the same way? No, I don't. Do I have to receive money in the same energy? No, I don't. Do I have to believe the same things about money? No, I do not. And neither do you. But in order to shift the energies, there's got to be an acceptance and a realization of what those beliefs are, of what those energies are. Especially from your earliest beliefs, these are core beliefs. These are foundational beliefs that influence you throughout your life until you realize where you want to either accept them and keep them and keep them moving forward with you, or release them because they actually are outdated. That's what this cha-cha-cha and this 8 of Pentacles was talking about. What's outdated? That it's the same shit as it always was. It's just doing the dance all over again. and that this is how you get it. That's another idea that is outdated with the cha-cha-cha, because it has the steps, the dancing, left, right, left. Like first you got to do this, then you got to do that. Then first you got to get a job, then you got to get a paycheck, then you got to go cash it and pay bills. Get out of that mindset. There's some here about like there's this regular mindset that's got to be overcome. And I'm hearing, and it's part of the message for you, so I'll share it. They said say what we're telling you because it's part of their message too, which is, well, for you, Melinda, it was a big deal for you to let go of the idea that you work Monday through Friday and then you get a paycheck and then you can pay bills. That was a big deal. And it's like, but it took you all those years. It took several years. They're saying it took me at least 8 years to really get in the flow of, no, sometimes I work, and when I do work, I do art. My work is art. My work is fun. And people love my art. They love my fun. And then they want to pay me. And then to get used to downtime. Okay. But it comes in energetic flows. Okay. It comes in energetic flows. And you've got to be willing to say yes to opportunity. You've got to be willing to say yes to opportunity. You have people that want to uh, be involved in what you have to offer. They want to receive what you have to offer. Anywhere where you have blocked yourself off from it, anywhere where you've been angry about money because it was used for drugs, for murder, for violence, for whatever, manipulations, it's time to make peace with money. It's not money's fault. Money is sitting here like a very personified energy saying, I didn't do that to you. I didn't do that to your mom. I didn't do that to your dad. Your dad chose that. Your mom chose what she chose, and now you have a choice, is what money is saying to me. I didn't do that. That was the seasoning that they put on me. It wasn't my choice. They put the seasoning on the energy, and that's my nature. Money is saying, that's my nature. I absorb the energy that you put onto me. Okay, so if that's true, let's see. What energy is it advisable for us to put on money? And we have do it yourself and the 5 of Cups. Anything, as long as it's not the past, you decide. As long as it's not that what makes you sad, as long as it's not what brings your head down. They're saying that's what you energy you want to put on money. Don't let others decide what it is for you. Money is, they're saying, a neutral energy in of itself. Okay, so they're saying high vibes tribe. It's about raising the vibration in your own consciousness of money, because somebody else out there ain't got that problem. Money for them, they don't attach negativity to money. They attach negativity to the people. They put their own seasonings on it. Well, you got this opportunity to put your own seasoning. Try some different seasonings. They're saying, yeah, with the opening in the wall. The opening in the wall is you're lucky. Okay, try some different seasonings. What do you appreciate about money? It's a beautiful energetic exchange. It means that when I do somebody's nails, they give me money and I can go buy stuff to make euros with it, and tzatziki and hummus. That's what I had to eat today. Homemade is the best. Or I can choose to go out to a restaurant with it. Okay. I like that. I like the money that allows me to make sure that I have, using the money allows me to make sure that I have clothes and shoes and socks and a place to stay. I like that about money. Okay. I like that sometimes money just finds me out of nowhere. Like, okay, so these are just examples. These are simply examples. You're going to have to do it your own way, what way works for you. Then just give me one more guidance for the tribe in regards to money. We have Foolish and the Lovers as guidance. The Foolish card is talking through about making taking risks. You have choices. You do have choices. And it will feel risky, because what we're talking about is going, I'm hearing it's going against the grain. It's going against what you've already known, the grain of your brain. They're saying it's going against the grain of your brain, meaning it's going against its synaptic patterns. What we're talking about and how we're speaking of money as an energy that's going to take on the form of whatever seasoning you put on it is not in harmony with what your brain understands. So it's going to be uncomfortable. They say, why don't you try, when do you season the tofu? Is it after you've eaten it or before you eat it? It's before you eat it. You season it so it tastes right, right? So they're saying, why don't you now put the seasoning on the ethers of that which solidifies into form of money in your life, as you always have been, but now do it deliberately. Make it delicious. What are your favorite seasonings to throw on there? Maybe throw some garlic, some butter, some salt, some pepper, some Mrs. Dash. Put that up on there. Maybe a little bit of Cajun spice on there. Maybe you want a little bit of citrus on it. You get the point. You have selection. How do you want to season your money? And it's like season it before you consume it. In other words, season it before it arrives. Season it before it arrives. And then they're showing me, let's say you did, and mind you, I don't eat a lot of tofu, but they just gave me again that as a very good example. And they're saying, imagine savoring a delicious meal that you prepared with the seasonings that you love, just like Melinda loves her own hummus tzatziki and her chili oil that she puts on the pita bread with the euro meat. And OMG, it's so freaking delicious that she could just eat that day after day after day after day, because she loves the way she seasons it, and she actually loves it better than the way they make it in a restaurant. Why does that matter? Because we need you to savor the way you use your money, just like that. Are you savoring the paying of the bills? Are you savoring the shopping for new clothes for kids that keep growing out of their old clothes? Are you savoring the opportunity to pay the bill for the meal? Are you savoring the opportunity to get new shoes because you needed them anyways? Are you savoring the meal that you prepared? So finances is being prepared to money. No, to food. Thank you. Finances and food are being prepared to compared to one another as an example to help us understand how we season it, and then that's the taste we get. So if you put a bunch of shit you don't like on your tofu and then you go eat it and then you wonder why it makes you want to gag, it's the same way it could be with money for you. If you're putting all this negative energy on the money before you get it, then of course it's not going to taste so good. If you say money is hard and money is evil and money is dirty, then it's not going to taste so good when you got it and you got to use it and it's a part of your everyday life. But if you notice where it's delicious, put the seasonings you like on it. It it allows me to afford opportunities. It allows me to be generous. It allows me to be self-sufficient. Having money is good because I can do the things that I want to do, that my heart guides me to do, that I'm led to do. So it's like season the money before you get it. And then it'll have a deliciousness that you can savor as you utilize it. That's the message for Tarot in the Shadows tonight. Let's see what's at the bottom of these decks. We have the World, and maybe part of that could be part of your seasonings. Is that part of your financial seasonings? The effect that you have in the world by the use of it. This is why, if you are a love and peace and happiness, try hip. It's a responsibility, even a sacred duty, to flow as much financially possible towards those things that you believe in, because you're oriented to the higher vibration. And we've long said it, if you show me the paper trail, we'll show you what matters to people. I mean, if somebody goes to the bar every week and buys rounds of drinks with their friends, clearly their friends and socializing matters. If somebody goes and they go to buy cases of water to give to the homeless on the street, apparently they care about making sure homeless people and other people have water to drink. If these people are constantly going and buying school supplies and clothes for the kids and lunch for the kids, well, clearly their children matter. And even their social spending, so such as like where they shop, what do, where they get their services done. It's a way of investing in the energies that you believe in. And so there's this energy here of understanding that the world wants you to have the money so you can circulate it, because other people don't exactly know how to attract money out of the infinite ethers, you know but you're learning and you're applying, and so you're doing, And you're doing more and more and more and getting better and better and better the more you keep trying and trying and trying, and then and getting better and better and better and doing and doing and doing, and then leaving out the trying, just doing and doing and doing better and better, and doing better and doing better and doing better and doing better, and then you get the energy flowing and you get the energy going, and then you rinse and repeat, you keep going, right? So we have the world at the bottom of the deck, the effect of the world, okay, and the encounter, and we have a UFO experience. So a UFO encounter. So this is, again, there's this energy here of detaching from the seasonings that other people have put on money. You know, the dope dealers, the gangbangers, the murderers, the connivers, uh, mm, the people that lie and cheat and steal, all that stuff. Just you don't have to put the same seasoning onto the money like they did, because some of you, that's exactly what it is. Those seasonings taste disgusting in your mouth, and you don't like it. So we're gonna, from today, there's no more such thing as dirty money. From today, there's no more such thing as evil money. From today, there is only energy. Money is pure energy, and I'm gonna season it before it gets, and then I'm gonna, before it arrives, and then even once I have it, I'm gonna savor the use of it because it's got the seasonings I put on it. That's what we have for you at this time. Focus on the solutions, because a clear solution is here. And a lot of it has to do with the mental blockages that we have. They're showing me the wall is a wall in your mind. The obstacle is a block in your mind. Again, we said some of you really have beliefs that you could either be rich or you could be godly. Why can't you be both? Why can't you be divine, spiritual, connected to the universe, universal, hello, and have the finances? You can, but it's not something that you held strongly in your financial seasonings. Well, now it's about to be that season, baby, because you got luck. The opening in the walls, you got luck, but it's going to require you to break up the synaptic patterning that you have. It's like dismantling the difficulty that you put on it. It's hard to get okay, it's time to stop saying that. It's time to stop saying that, and realize, like, all the ways maybe you're not the one that's getting it, quote unquote, easy, but start noticing that people do get it easy. And the reason that they get it easy is because they're in alignment with easy money. And the goal is to get in alignment with it. Just like the fairy said, y'all, you trying to go over, dig under, break through the wall. When I'm telling you, if you just come around this way over here and look at it from this side, you're going to see an opening in the wall. The wall is opening. There is an opening in the wall. It's already there. All right. So this is what I have for Tarot in the Shadows tonight. So thankful and grateful to leave you with these thoughts and to ponder these for myself. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. And I'm out.